Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Conglomerate 451 Overloaded on xbsx. Now, previously we did look at Conglomerate 451 on the Nintendo Switch, and while the game is really good there, it's obvious that the technology behind the game is a little bit too much for the Switch to really handle particularly well. And while it's fully playable over on that platform, you can tell that the assets and the resolution had to take a bit of a hit. So I wanted to look at this game on another platform that was a little bit more powerful, so we could see, kind of the potential of the visuals and the engine and the game itself. So let's check it out here. All right, what do we got here? Brightness. Let's get that up there, because it's a pretty dark game. Turn off the head bobbing. Alright. And we'll do easy mode. For the purposes of demonstrating the game, not because I'm bad at games. Year 2099. The city of Conglomerate is at war. Sector 451 has become the central battlefield. Corrupted corporations control every criminal activity, making arrangements with gangs of outlaws. As an extreme measure, the city's government has assigned special powers to private agencies, making legal use of battle clones. Their mission? Clean up the city from crime and restore order. At any cost. And again, we got low resolution and a fair number of Jaggies on the Switch version. Whereas here, the Jaggies are mostly eliminated.
Everything is ready, Director. The operator will open radio contact with the squad as soon as you're ready.
Still dark as shit, though. Way darker than it needs to be.
Can you hear me? I've analyzed the area, and I suggest you deploy at the edge of District 756. The lab is located in the northern area, but it'll be well defended. Watch out. Remember the mission objective. Find the virus before it's synthesized and put on the black market as a bacteriological weapon. I'll stay in touch via radio. Good luck.
Headquarters, did you receive the images? Director, can you hear me? If yes, select OK. OK. Good. The line has been established correctly. The squad is ready and waiting for your orders. I'll follow the agents closely to give them support. But enough talk. The game is on. The squad needs to stick together. Splitting up can be fatal. Here's a list of commands you can give them. Move with left stick, rotate with left button or right button, look around with the right stick.
Let's go. And remember the main commands.
The city's streets are dangerous. Gangs of criminals often try to stop agents, but don't worry, I'll explain how to deal with them. When you get close to an enemy squad, combat begins. The timeline shows the action order. Each character will act based on their initiative. In the top middle of the screen, you can find useful tips. During combat, you'll need to use your agent skills. Select A, B, Y, X, select a target and press right trigger to shoot. Hold the skill button to see more info about it. Select squad members with left or right on the D-pad and confirm with right trigger. can't I do anything? What the heck? Why is it not working? What good is this version of the game if it looks better, but I can't do anything? Select a mini target and shoot with right trigger. Yes, thank you. Right trigger. I'm using the right trigger. Are you kidding me? What the hell's wrong with this game? Wow, we're only on the first mission and it's already buggy. Ugh, I didn't have these bugs with the Switch version. Alright, let's try that again. I just put new batteries in this thing. I don't think it's a battery problem. Is it ever gonna load? What the heck's going on? Wow, this is way too much loading for this system. I think it's actually stuck. Okay, well, gosh, I really wanted to take a look at this. Maybe we'll stick with the Switch version since, you know, that one actually functions. Are we gonna work? Okay.
Let's go, and remember the main commands.
Okay, here. Select squad members both left or right and confirm with right trigger. What is A? A is single shot. Okay. Well, B, stunning shot.
That was a great fight! But remember, never to underestimate your enemies. It could be fatal.
You found a RAM resource module, a collection of resources dropped by the enemy you defeated. You can acquire interesting stuff by picking them up. Okay, so that second action, I actually had to pick a specific power-up. Otherwise, the game wasn't going to continue, which is not what I remember happening on the Switch version. That's kind of interesting. Okay, just like the Switch version, the sensitivity is super low. I don't know who could play a game with the sensitivity that low. I guess maybe if you have problems with motion sickness. You can check the mission objectives here. Remember to check it from time to time. It will change during the mission. Now I don't know about this version. It does look and run nicer, that's for sure. This is the mission map. Press, what is that? I don't know what do you call that button. Push some button which doesn't have a name open. Which is a symbol, because as we all know, symbols perfectly communicate everything without nary a flaw. I do like seeing this game in 60 frames, though. And without such a large problem with the aliasing. Try to hack it. Let's see, closed doors can be opened in various ways. Some require magnetic keys, and others you need to find and activate a terminal. In any case, all closed doors can be hacked. Select an agent and try hacking this port. To open the door, rotate the logic disc and match the shapes. You have to act quickly. The door has a timed security system. If the timer goes off, you'll fail the hack. Even enemies can be hacked. Everyone nowadays has one or more cyber implants that can be breached. Use left trigger to access the special actions list.
Try to hack the enemy systems. Open the special action list.
Okay. Perfect. Hacking an enemy is a good strategy, but remember to check your agent's battery. It's a precious resource. The door is protected by an advanced mechanism. I can open it, but it's going to take some time. In the meantime, try using the scanner to search the area for devices to extract SPUs from.
I'm working. There it is. Device we can loot. Try extracting the SPU.
SPUs are versatile processors that you can install in your agent's equipment in order to get them bonuses and powers. You're extracting SPUs from a device. In the right panel, you can find the SPU stats. To extract an SPU, you need to cut connectors, pushing A on the SPU panel with the right timing. But pay attention to the device temperature. If it reaches the maximum, the device will melt and the SPUs will be burned. Great, you extracted SPUs. You will come back to your headquarters, you will be able to install the SPUs in your agent's equipment.
Ah, you did it! Bravo! While you were having fun, I opened the door. Don't everybody thank me at once.
Warning, my sensors have detected the presence of a bomb. I knew it. This mission's going to end badly.
The bomb is active. We need to hurry.
Select the enemy and shoot it with right trigger. Okay, sure. Tough doggy. Tough doggy. What's this barrier? Shot. I know I can't shoot the panel, otherwise I would. Quarantine, all dead. Mission failed. The day after. Government building, military hall.
Ah, you finally arrived. Have a seat, please. So you completed the last training mission yesterday.
I mean, sort of.
You failed. Every agent was killed by the bomb.
But it was the bomb.
But you need to know that this mission was a test. It was impossible to beat. It's a classic Kobayashi Maru situation. The objective is not to beat the scenario, but to put you in a no-win situation and see how you react. And you did great. So starting today, you'll be
That's right,
assigned
you
to a
died
new
great.
agency in Sector 451. Well done, Director.
Welcome, Director, to your new agency's headquarters. I'm Clarice, your office assistant. Nice to meet you. If you don't mind, we need to fill out a couple of documents before you take office.
What's my logo? What did we choose last time? Something like that?
Great. Everything will be recorded and sent to the administration department. Now, if you want to follow me, I'll lead you into the agent's quarters. Here you will meet your current agent squad.
Welcome, Director. This is the Agency Cloning Center, and I'm Elise Delacroix, the Chief of Staff. The center is equipped with the most advanced technology in the cloning field. However, it would be great to expand our mutation database. You should learn more about mutations at the Research Center. Anyway, it's time to get down to brass tacks, Director. I'll help you create your first squad. Select Clone New Agent from the left menu. Please note, every clone will always be slightly different from all the others, even if you select the same background. The cloning technology is never 100% accurate in reproducing the original subject. If you prefer, you can choose Auto Mode, and 3 basic agents will be created for you. Auto Mode it is. Good job, now you can go back to the main office. That's Clone Center, Research Center. Pleased to meet you, Director. I'm Lisa Harris, the agency's head of research and development. Looking forward to working with you. Feel free to ask me about anything you need, and my team and I will work night and day to make it happen. But for now, let me show you the research center. The research center is divided into 5 different sections. Each section allows you to improve a specific technology for your agency. Please take a closer look at one of the sections, and I'll explain how research works. The collector, the librarian, and archivist of your agency. I'm here to collect and catalog information for you. Scattered around Conglomerate City, your agents can find strange items called echoes. They are fragments of memories from the past. Feel free to bring them to me. I'll decrypt them for you, revealing the secrets they contain. Start new mission. Ah, you must be the new director. I'm Caleb Ice Wenham, the operator, and she's Ego. I'll be your voice and your will during missions. Just give me your orders and I'll pass them along to the agents on the field. Ego, on the other hand, will be your eyes. She'll always be with the squad, recording and broadcasting events you see in real time. I assume you're very busy, but before you go, give me a moment to tell you about the current situation. No worries, I'll be quick. Sector 451 of Conglomerate City is under the influence of 4 corporations. Your job is to free the sector by completing missions. This is the first area we can operate. The Hive is a collection of apartments, corridors, walkways in the midst of semi-abandoned buildings. Once a residential area, the Hive is now mainly inhabited by gangs of criminals and pariahs who cannot even pay a decent dwelling with the few credits they earn. Okay, let's go for it, I guess. Are you ready for your first mission, Director? Good, no worries, it'll be alright. Just remember, play it safe. Conglomerate City is a dangerous place. Good luck, Director. Hold on a minute. Fire was dying. It's actually really chilly today. Find the elevator.
Go again. You can't even go for a walk around here without getting into a fight.
Electrocute.
Smell of lasers in the morning.
Item for sale. I can't buy anything. Item for sale. Nothing. Objective is to find the elevator. I guess I could just look for it there. No sense in snooping around, huh? I don't have any items either. Find the weapon blueprint. Area information. The high. Okay, that's fine. It's the same information. Mission effects. System or zone system activated. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a cool world. I mean, it's a cool place to explore.
Here we are. Our target is somewhere around here.
You found a weapon blueprint. Mission complete. Do you want to go back to the agency? Yeah, let's go. Relatively simple mission. Mission exploration completed with success. Agency earns 8,000 credits. 2275. The same stuff? No, doesn't look like it.
Finally, some fun. I was starting to get bored.
Yeah, alright, tough bastard.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. Finally, some fun. I was starting to get bored.
On this. Sweet. Love missing things that are right in front of me. But it even came closer to me without me having to taunt it. But still missing. Not quite enough to finish him.
We came, we stopped, we kicked its ass.
Something seems to have activated.
Here we are. Our target is somewhere around here.
Ooh, we found the memory chips. Let's return to the agency. Agent is ready to be promoted.
Just a reminder, I can scan the areas we visit. Just ask me.
Dudes are waiting. Ooh, I found a magnetic key. Oh boy. Shocker, shocker. Ouch. Stun, dagger, stun. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Great shot. Here we go again. You can't even go for a walk around here without getting into a fight. Lasers in the movie. I feel a disturbance in the force. I mean, my sensors are detecting something important in this room.
Oh, is it too far? Really? Ouch. You know, if you didn't dress like that, you might be in a better mood. Yeah, that's why you're all so pissed off. Changing wardrobe might help. It's amazing what a change of clothes will do to you, man. No pressure to be funny either if you look like if you don't look like that.
I love the smell of lasers in the room.
This is an echo interface system. By hacking it, you can extract the memory data. Here in the lower panel, there is a list of codes you will need to find to gain access to the system. Okay. Didn't I just read that? Here in the top right panel, there is the time left to complete by hacking. If you select the wrong codes, the time will flow faster. It goes just MAC address 78, 76, 78. Oop, there we go. Let's see, 5804. It goes by too fast a lot of times. ctr.comp. I know, as soon as I pick one, then the selection changes.
Next time, try to download a tutorial from an old website. One with pictures.
Oh boy, it's from the School of Design that wants to berate you if you get something wrong. I thought we got rid of that in the 90s. Apparently there are still some people alive from that era that want to design games. They should probably retire.
When I was just created, back when I still had a black and white display, I hacked more complex systems than that.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh god, the script is killing me. Well, I don't expect comedy from my cyberpunk adventure, my cyberpunk dungeon crawling adventure, and I didn't get any. the Switch version. It just ran at a lower resolution and with no aliasing, which really did harm the visuals quite a bit. Now that we're playing on the Xbox, of course, we get those much nicer visuals, much more solid visual presentation. As far as the game is concerned, they both run about the same, really. Although this game runs at 60 frames and the Switch runs at 30 frames. But you're getting the same experience, really, because it's a dungeon crawler and it's a grid-based dungeon crawler. So, moving from grid to grid from 60 frames to 30 frames, not quite as important as if you're playing like Nier Automata or something like that. Still, I do suggest that folks purchase this game. Well, first of all, purchase this game because it's a well-designed game, and then second, if they happen to have a system, a more tech-capable system, then purchase it on that. If you only have a Switch, then it's still worth buying on the Switch. But if you do have another system outside of the Switch that can perform better, then definitely do that. Like I said, I'm buying it on the Xbox. On the Xbox Series X. It does have some Series X extensions. I'm not sure what it adds, but it does look nice, and I think this is where I'll end up playing most of the game. Unless folks are really interested in seeing more of the Switch version. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, the gameplay's the same, but I do like the way it looks here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.